Hi, I'm Dan, the Install Guide, and I'd like to welcome you to the Gemini Stencil Guide installation demo.
A stencil guide is a full-size cutout of letters made from heavy white paper. This guide is an aid for mounting smaller, flat plastic or metal letters with no mounting hardware. Stencil guides are designed for use on interior walls that are smooth and flat. When you order a stencil guide, always communicate any spacing or line length restrictions. Special spacing, kerning, stacking, or multiple lines can be built into your stencil guide. The letters are aligned per artwork or aligned, kerned, and spaced in a design program. Stencil guides are laser cut to produce a precise, full cutout of the product.
Before mounting any letters, make sure you have the proper tools, permits, and equipment. Plan ahead.
As an example, a plain acrylic letter should not be installed flat onto a wall, just with silicone. Other options such as epoxy or construction-grade adhesives may be required. Always consult with an adhesive expert for recommendations. Now you need to double-check your order in the shop. Do you have all the required letters? Double-check your copy for proper size, style, and color before going to the job site. The tools required for a stencil guide install are a level, tape measure, masking tape, stencil guide, and your letters. Based on whether your letters contain double-faced tape or are plain, you may also need some adhesive. Always match your adhesive to the material and type of mounting surface. Equipment requirements for your letter mount will be based on where your letters are being installed. Will you need a ladder, 2 ladders, a scaffold, or even a lift? Just plan ahead to know what is required to complete your entire project. A good practice is to always double-check exactly where your letters will be installed so you can be prepared. Many installers have an approved drawing showing the install, and some have a sign-off approval form from the landlord or owner. Lastly, make sure you've attained any required permits. Always check your local sign codes along with any building or sign regulations. So, once all the planning and prep is done, you are now ready to install your sign. Using a stencil guide really does make your small letter installs easier with this 5 easy step process. To prep your mounting surface, you should always thoroughly clean and dry your install area. When using tape or adhesive, the surface needs to be flat, dry, and dust-free. Now you can lay out, align, level, and properly secure your stencil guide to the flat wall. With most interior walls, masking tape works fine to secure the guide. Just make sure the guide is flat on the wall. Do a final check of the copy. Is the spelling, spacing, and kerning okay? Check twice, install once. For this install demo, we will be installing acrylic letters with double-faced tape that has been pre-applied to the letter backs. You can use full or partial double-faced tape coverage. For the most part, partial coverage is sufficient.
The beauty of this install is that we will not need any adhesive or extra masking tape to hold the letter in place.
Working from first to last letter, I will insert my letters into the stencil guide cutouts. With small letters such as these, I am fitting my letters like a puzzle. I lightly set the double-faced tape to the wall to allow one last look to see that the letters are straight. The smaller the letter, the more sensitive they are to moving ever slightly and then not being straight. I will work from left to right in my copy, leaving the masking on the letters until I have finished my install. After inserting all of my letters, I can then remove the stencil guide and do a final visual check again on the entire set. Is every word spelled right? Aligned? Level? Okay? Now you can do a visual adjustment on any letter that may appear slightly crooked. With a stencil guide, Minimal adjustments are all that is needed. Once letters are straight, I need to set the double-faced tape. I will do this by evenly pressing the letter faces with a good strong push. Many double-faced tape manufacturers like 3M recommend at least 30 to 50 pounds of force to properly set the double-faced tape. Once your letters are set, now you can remove the protective letter masking. Use care to not scratch your letters. Most masking can be released with your fingernail. Lastly, clean off any letter that you may have touched. Don't use any chemicals to clean the letters, as this may degloss the plastic. Just use water and a light dish soap.
We hope you've benefited from this Gemini Stencil Guide installation demo. Dan, the Install Guide, signing off.